Hey, it's Tyler here with another Behind the Bot. I'm here at team number 10760. This is FUNKtions from Kiel, Wisconsin. I'm here with Owen and August. And we're going to be talking a bit more about this robot, a really interesting intake and hopper that they have as well too, showing off their shooter. And then we're going to be talking about their autonomous routine here on Behind the Bot.
Giving you a voice.
Making it loud our own way.
Welcome to the fun.
If you're on an FRC or FTC team and you're currently meeting safely in person and have a functional robot, we'd love to have you on our Behind the Bots or Behind the Bumper segments. Go ahead and reach out to us on any of our social channels, on Discord, or send us an email at admin@firstupdatesnow.com and let's get your team scheduled to be on First Updates Now. You can also directly support Fun by joining Fun Nation. Click the join button and just for a few bucks a month, you'll unlock special perks and directly support us so we can keep making great content.
So August, we're going to start out with this big sweeper intake you have here. So tell me about it and why did you choose this design?
We chose it because we had the material already, so we didn't have to manufacture any parts, which was very nice, except for the 3D printed mounts that they're holding on. So they're just brackets that you drive, it drops down. It's really nice because it fits into the 18x18 then. And this broom just basically moves, brings in a ring, and then that brings it straight up onto the conveyor belt. It can go backwards if rings get hooked in, but it's all uniform with the conveyor belt, works in series.
So on the conveyor belt here, looks like you got some zip ties that just hold it. That's a pretty interesting thing with that. Tell me a little bit more about the conveyor belt and how that works out.
So the conveyor belt right now, as we have it, is spinning slightly under the plate to not give too much friction on the rings so they can shoot better. So that's why we have the hooks to keep them pulling along.
So looking at the shooter here, this is a dual shooter wheels. We don't see too many teams that are using that, but I like how you do funnel it in pretty nicely in order to get some good accuracy on that. So let's pick up a couple rings, shoot a couple out, and tell me a little bit more about your shooter and what successes or failures have you had with it?
So our shooter's been really, really functional so far. However, we've noticed a couple issues sometimes with the spacing of our wheels, and we've had to adjust that multiple times already. As well with gearboxes, changing gearboxes to get the right speed so we're not overshooting or undershooting.
Sure.
Right now, as we have it, one of the wheels is spinning slightly slower to produce more spin on the rings.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, to give it more spin, and then so they spin and then have a better, more of a frisbee-like throw for stability.
And these are probably the smallest mechanic wheels I think I've ever seen on a robot at all. So usually we see the larger Gobildas or something like that. Why'd you pick wheels so small on this spot?
So we ended up buying a kit for our drivetrain.
Sure.
And these were the wheels that came with it. And we actually stuck with them because they're pretty high quality and they give us a good and decent maneuverability.
So let's see a couple power shot attempts here, but lastly, once we're done with that, I do want to wrap up with your autonomous routine that you wanted to show off. So when we get the bot ready for that, it will show off how your autonomous works as well. Meanwhile, while he's doing that, I'll ask you on here. So obviously, Wisconsin here, we're trying to safely practice some in-person events. What's it mean to you to get back to actually being here live in person for an event instead of maybe doing a remote or virtual event?
Yeah, it's nice. I don't know how we do this on a virtual environment, but being here it means a lot because this is something I really enjoy doing.
So I think we're ready for the autonomous routine. Let's take a look at that and then we'll wrap up this interview here. And tell me a little bit about the autonomous routine as you're setting it up.
So our autonomous routine has our robot drive forward and position well to get shoot down the power shots. We're shooting for 3. It doesn't always shoot for 3, but most of the time we can hit at least 1.
All right, let's take a look. So how are you positioning when the robot's moving? Are you using encoders, odometry, or are you just dead reckoning? How does that work?
Speed is based on velocity speed, and basically we have two, like you said before, 2 separate speeds for the that the shooters spin in series.
Sure.
And with the line right there, that's kind of our center point where we line everything up. We've been tweaking the speed a little bit. Sometimes we found that we were too close or too far back, doesn't get the right arc. But we do have encoders plugged in, which help a lot with getting precise speed on the shooter. And yeah, so we're averaging 1 or 2 power shots per run.
Yeah. So looking at the spot here, I appreciate you guys taking the time. Interested to see how this performs on the field in this being your first event. So good luck here at this competition season. Once again, FUNKtions coming in from Kiel, Wisconsin. Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. If you want more fun content, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Keep the conversation going and provide your input to our content. Watch our live shows at twitch.tv/firstupdatesnow. Join our Discord at discord.gg/firstupdatesnow and check out Fun FTC on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and First Updates Now on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. You can also directly support Fun by joining Fun Nation. Click the join button, and just for a few bucks a month, you'll unlock special perks and directly support us so we can keep making great content.